Fermented foods do more than just support your gut. They can boost immunity, improve digestion, and even help regulate inflammation. But here's the thing. Not all fermented foods work the same. Some deliver powerful, research-backed benefits, while others offer only trace amounts of what your body actually needs. Backed by studies from leading scientific journals, we've ranked the top fermented foods that truly deserve a place in your daily routine. One of them smells awful, but could dramatically support your heart and bones. If you've ever wondered what's truly helping your body, and what's just pretending, this is your wake-up call. Let's dive into the very first one, and see what makes it so special. Fermented carrots offer a crunchy, tangy way to boost both gut and immune health. They're rich in beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, supporting vision, skin, and immune function. Through natural fermentation, they also become a source of probiotics, helping digestion, balancing gut bacteria, and even supporting mood via the gut-brain axis. These carrots are fiber-rich, low in calories, and deeply satisfying as a snack or side. Fermentation enhances nutrient absorption, especially for minerals like iron and B vitamins, and their shelf life stretches for weeks when stored properly. Best of all, the ingredient list stays minimal. Just carrots, salt, water, and thyme. Fermented carrots aren't without quirks. The flavor leans bold, tangy, salty, and earthy, which might surprise anyone expecting a sweet crunch. For those new to fermented foods, a bit of initial bloating isn't unusual as your gut adjusts. Still, when it comes to functional snacking with real gut impact, fermented carrots deserve way more attention. Bold, smart, and probiotic-powered, they earn their place in the A tier. What next? Fermented beets are more than just vibrant. They're where flavor meets function. Naturally high in dietary nitrates, they help boost nitric oxide production, supporting healthy blood flow, vascular tone, and even athletic performance. Fermentation adds another layer of benefits, introducing live probiotics that support gut diversity and strengthen the intestinal lining. This microbial action may also impact the gut-brain axis, subtly influencing mood, clarity, and focus. On the nutrition side, fermented beets offer bioavailable folate and potassium, key nutrients for metabolism, nerve health, and blood pressure balance. Their taste? Earthy, slightly sweet, with a tangy kick, versatile in savory dishes, or even as a gut-friendly shot in the form of beet kvass. But take note, store-bought versions can be high in sodium, and pasteurization often removes those live cultures. That's why fermented beets land in the B tier. They're a therapeutic condiment, great in moderation, best used as a targeted functional boost, not an everyday staple. Raw garlic honey is one of those rare home remedies that actually lives up to the hype. With just 2 ingredients, raw garlic and raw honey, it packs serious antimicrobial power, supports the immune system, and promotes digestive balance. What's more, it's a naturally fermented food. As it sits, the garlic slowly ferments in the honey, enhancing its probiotic potential and unlocking even more bioactive compounds. Allicin from garlic teams up with honey's enzymes and polyphenol to fight off harmful bacteria, while nourishing your beneficial gut flora. It's naturally rich in antioxidants, helps reduce inflammation, and brings quick relief for early cold symptoms, sore throats, or even mild digestive discomfort. Plus, raw honey adds minerals, healing enzymes, and time-tested support for coughs and wounds. The flavor is intense, it's high in natural sugars, and not suitable for young children or anyone avoiding raw honey. Proper storage is also key to prevent unwanted fermentation. For pure function and simplicity, raw garlic honey earns its S-tier status. Proof that sometimes the best remedies are already sitting in your kitchen. Alright, now let's break down what goes into this famous dish. Kimchi is more than a cultural staple. It is a living, therapeutic food with clinically relevant benefits. Naturally fermented and rich in live lactic acid bacteria, kimchi supports gut microbiota balance, enhances immune modulation, and contributes to mental well-being through the gut-brain axis. Unlike many pickled foods, its base, typically Napa cabbage, provides both prebiotics and fiber, fueling the beneficial strains introduced during fermentation. It is low in calories yet densely packed with essential micronutrients. Vitamin A for vision and immunity, vitamin C for antioxidant defense, vitamin K for blood clotting and bone health, and folate for cellular function. Compound from garlic, ginger, and chili offer additional antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects, which may support metabolic and cardiovascular health. Of course, considerations remain. Sodium levels are high, and heat-sensitive individuals may find its spice overwhelming. Store-bought versions are sometimes pasteurized, reducing probiotic viability. Even so, kimchi earns its S-tier status, flavorful, functional, and rooted in one of the world's most time-honored food traditions. Fermented pickles bring the crunch, the tang, and a dose of gut support, all in one bite-sized snack. When they're truly fermented, not just soaked in vinegar, they offer live probiotic cultures that help support digestion and overall gut balance. Naturally low in calories and carbs, they make a smart snack on their own or a sharp, zesty contrast to heavier meals. And here's a bonus. Fermented pickles are a surprising source of vitamin K, important for bone strength and blood clotting. The brine itself? Rich in trace minerals and natural electrolytes, mildly hydrating and helpful after salty or heavy foods. High sodium. Just one pickle can make up a large portion of your daily diet. Many store-bought pickles are not fully fermented, and sweet pickles often have added sugar. Nutritionally, they don't compare to heavily fermented foods like kimchi or carrots. Still, for convenience, flavor, and a touch of function, fermented pickles earn their place in the B tier. A tasty way to support your gut, just not the star of the show. Fermented oats are a gentle powerhouse, comforting, nutrient-rich, and surprisingly effective for gut and energy support. By soaking or fermenting oats with kefir, yogurt, or wild cultures, you unlock better digestion and nutrient absorption. The process breaks down phytic acid, helping your body absorb key minerals like magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins. The result? Creamy oats with gut-friendly bacteria, stable energy from complex carbs, and calming compounds like tryptophan that support better mood and sleep. Plus, oats naturally deliver heart-healthy beta-glucans and plant-based protein that help manage blood sugar and keep you full longer. However, they require some planning. 8 to 12 hours of fermentation is ideal, and the flavor can lean tangy unless balanced with fruit or spices. Not all store-bought versions are equal either. Some are pasteurized or loaded with added sugars. Overall, fermented oats earn their A-tier rating for bringing together slow carbs, subtle probiotics, and lasting comfort. They're a smart, soothing start to any day, especially if you're looking to feed both your gut and your brain. Salami is rich, salty, and surprisingly nutrient-dense for such a small bite. It delivers solid amounts of protein, vitamin B12, niacin, and zinc, supporting muscle repair, brain health, and immune function. As a cured and fermented meat, it's shelf-stable and adds deep, savory flavor to salads, eggs, or low-carb plates without needing much volume. It's also incredibly satisfying. High in fat and calories, salami offers lasting fullness, making it useful in energy-dense diets or when you need a small but filling addition to a meal. But there are clear trade-offs. Just one slice can deliver over 20% of your daily sodium limit. It's also high in saturated fat, and frequent intake of processed meats has been linked to long-term health risks. Many versions include preservatives like nitrates, though some uncured options are available. That's why salami lands in the B tier. Flavorful, functional, and satisfying, but best enjoyed in moderation and paired with fresh, fiber-rich ingredients for balance. Natto might be one of the most underrated superfoods on the planet. This traditional Japanese dish offers a rare combination: complete plant-based protein, gut-friendly probiotics, and one of the richest natural sources of vitamin K2, specifically minoquinone 7, which supports bone strength and arterial flexibility. Thanks to fermentation, natto enhances the absorption of key minerals like iron, zinc, and magnesium, along with B vitamins, making it a true multitasker for brain, immune, and metabolic health. It also contains Bacillus subtilis, a unique probiotic strain linked to cardiovascular and gut benefits, as well as nattokinase, an enzyme that may help reduce the risk of blood clots. High in fiber, low in sugar, and incredibly nutrient-dense, natto supports digestive health and blood sugar balance too. That said, it's not for everyone. The sticky texture and strong aroma can be challenging. Soy allergies and added sodium from sauces are also worth noting. Still, natto earns its S-tier spot. Funky, functional, and backed by centuries of tradition and solid science. Vegan fermented nut cheese is proof that plant-based can still be rich, satisfying, and seriously functional. Made from nuts like cashews or almonds, it delivers a solid combo of healthy fats, plant protein, and key micronutrients like magnesium, zinc, and vitamin A that support brain, skin, and immune health. Fermentation adds a gut-friendly bonus. Live cultures help break down anti-nutrients, making minerals more absorbable and the cheese easier to digest. It's a savory, creamy spread that works for vegans, the dairy-sensitive, and anyone seeking an eco-conscious upgrade. You can even enrich it with herbs, B12, or omega-3 oils for extra nutritional impact. This is a high-calorie, high-fat food, nutrient-dense, yes, but energy-dense too. Sodium and probiotic content vary, and tree nut allergies are a concern for some. Quality versions can also be pricey. Even so, vegan fermented nut cheese earns its A-tier rank by blending gut health, nutrition, and flavor into one versatile spread. It's plant-based indulgence, with real function behind the creamy finish. GIARDINIERA brings serious crunch, color, and character to your plate, along with real nutritional perks. Made from a vibrant mix of cauliflower, carrots, peppers, and more, it delivers a variety of antioxidants, B vitamins, and gut-friendly fiber. Thanks to natural fermentation, it also contains live probiotics that support digestion and immune balance. Low in calories, free of added fats, and full of zesty flavor, Giardiniera makes a great sidekick to sandwiches, salads, or charcuterie boards. It's naturally vegan, gluten-free, and, when raw and unpasteurized, a legit whole food ferment worth keeping in your fridge. But there are a few caveats. Sodium levels can exceed 300 milligrams per serving, and many commercial brands are vinegar pickled rather than truly fermented. Probiotic content varies, and spicy versions may be too intense for sensitive stomachs. Still, Fermented Giardiniera earns its B-tier spot. It's bold, functional, and veggie-packed. Ideal as a flavorful accent, but best enjoyed in moderation as part of a balanced, gut-friendly plate. CURTIDO is the kind of side dish that sneaks up on you, in the best way. Made from fermented cabbage, carrots, and onions with a hit of chili and lime, it's bright, crunchy, and quietly supportive of your gut. When raw and unpasteurized, it delivers both probiotics and prebiotic fiber, helping balance digestion while bringing flavor that wakes up any plate. It's also naturally low in calories, vegan, and gluten-free, making it an easy fit for clean, plant-based meals. And with a decent hit of vitamin C, folate, and K1, it's not just garnish, it's functional. A few spoonfuls can stand in for heavy condiments, adding zing without added sugar or fat. That said, it's not the most potent ferment on the shelf. The probiotic load is lighter due to shorter fermentation, and sodium adds up fast if you're not careful. Still, CURTIDO earns its B-tier ranking as a smart, flavorful accent. Best enjoyed fresh and raw, supporting your gut with subtle strength and satisfying crunch. Water KEFIR is what happens when gut health meets easy, everyday hydration. Naturally fizzy and lightly sweet, this fermented drink offers a diverse range of probiotic strains, supporting digestion, immunity, and overall microbial balance, all without the dairy, caffeine, or acidity found in other popular ferments. It's low in calories, vegan, gluten-free, and gentle on the gut, making an ideal option for kids, sensitive stomachs, or anyone new to probiotics. It's also endlessly customizable. With a second fermentation, you can infuse it with fruits, herbs, or spices for added flavor and function. Though it's not packed with vitamins, water KEFIR does provide small amounts of B6, folate, and other B vitamins created during fermentation. Just be mindful of sugar content, especially in flavored or under-fermented versions, and remember that store-bought probiotic levels can vary widely. Water KEFIR earns its S-tier spot. Light, bubbly, and quietly powerful, it's a refreshing way to support your gut, without the sharpness of kombucha or the weight of dairy-based drinks. Sourdough stands out for more than just its tangy flavor. It's a loaf built on tradition, time, and real nutritional function. Through slow, natural fermentation, it breaks down phytic acid and partially reduces gluten, making minerals like iron, magnesium, and zinc easier for the body to absorb. That same process lowers its glycemic impact, helping you avoid blood sugar spikes and stay energized longer. Even after baking, sourdough holds its edge. While the live cultures don't survive the heat, their work leaves behind organic acids and prebiotic compounds that continue to support gut health, and may even make the bread easier to digest for those with mild gluten sensitivity. It also delivers a solid dose of B vitamins like folate and thiamine, key nutrients for brain function and metabolism. Still, quality matters. Some store-bought sourdough is little more than white bread with vinegar. For real benefits, look for traditionally fermented loaves, especially those made with whole grains. Done right, sourdough earns its A-tier spot. Nourishing, flavorful, and made to be savored slice by slice. Raw kombucha is more than a health trend. It's a fizzy, functional drink with real gut benefits. Made from fermented tea, it's naturally packed with probiotics and organic acids like gluconic and acetic acid, which help support digestion, microbial balance, and gentle detox. Thanks to its tea base, kombucha also delivers antioxidants like polyphenol and catechins, which remain active even after fermentation. It's light, low in calories, and easy to customize. A second fermentation with fruit, herbs, or spices can boost both flavor and function. And because it's vegan, gluten-free, and dairy-free, kombucha fits in almost any lifestyle or dietary plan. But it's not without its quirks. It contains caffeine from the tea, small amounts of alcohol from fermentation, and residual sugar, especially in flavored or store-bought bottles. Probiotic levels can also vary, with raw or homebrewed versions offering the most benefit. Still, kombucha earns its A-tier status as a refreshing, gut-supporting alternative to soda. Choose raw, low-sugar varieties and sip mindfully, Your gut will thank you. Plain live yogurt is one of the most clinically versatile foods you can put on a spoon. Rich in live probiotic cultures, particularly lactobacillus and bifidobacterium strains. It supports gut microbial diversity, modulates immune response, and aids in restoring microbiota balance after antibiotic use or gastrointestinal stress. As a complete protein source, it provides all 9 essential amino acids, critical for muscle repair, enzymatic function, and hormonal balance. Yogurt also delivers bioavailable calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium, nutrients essential for bone mineral density, neuromuscular stability, and cellular signaling. Fermentation enhances digestibility, reducing lactose content and making it more tolerable for individuals with mild lactose sensitivity. It is also a rich source of B vitamins, especially B12 and riboflavin, which are key to mitochondrial energy production and neurological health. To maximize benefits, choose plain varieties with live and active cultures clearly labeled. Flavored versions often contain added sugars and reduced probiotic viability. That potent mix earns plain yogurt its S-tier status, a simple, adaptable staple with deep functional value for gut, bone, and metabolic health. Raw sauerkraut is a clinical example of how traditional fermentation can unlock deep nutritional value. Made through wild fermentation with just cabbage and salt, it becomes a live, probiotic-rich food that actively supports gut microbiota balance. The lactic acid bacteria produced, primarily lactobacillus species, enhance digestive health, modulate immune signaling, and influence the gut-brain axis, with potential benefit for stress resilience and mood regulation. Its micronutrient profile is equally impressive. Raw sauerkraut is one of the richest food sources of vitamin K1, essential for blood clotting and long-term bone integrity, and it delivers a potent dose of vitamin C to support collagen formation, oxidative defense, and immune readiness. High in fiber and low in calories, it supports satiety, glycemic control, and digestive regularity. However, pasteurized or vinegar-based versions offer little to no probiotic benefit, and sodium content can be high, so moderation matters. For best results, seek unpasteurized varieties with live cultures. That combination of microbial and micronutrient impact earns raw sauerkraut its S-tier ranking, a minimalist fermented food with maximum functional relevance. Raw milk cheese blends old-world tradition with real nutritional depth, rich, creamy, and far more functional than it looks. It's naturally high in bioavailable calcium and complete protein, supporting strong bones, lean muscle, and a healthy metabolism. Thanks to fermentation, it also provides meaningful amounts of vitamin B12 and zinc, nutrients essential for brain function, immune support, and mood stability. Aged raw cheeses, especially those with natural rinds, often carry live probiotic cultures that can benefit gut health. The fermentation process also breaks down most of the lactose, making it more digestible for people who struggle with milk. And because it's traditionally made, raw milk cheese often avoids the additives and shortcuts found in mass-produced dairy. Still, it's not for everyone. It's high in saturated fat and sodium, and should be avoided during pregnancy or by those with dairy allergies. Plus, not all raw cheeses offer the same probiotic punch. Quality matters. That said, when well-sourced and enjoyed in moderation, raw milk cheese earns its A-tier spot. Rich in flavor, rooted in craft, and surprisingly supportive of your health. Tempeh is one of the most underrated stars in the plant-based world. Made from whole fermented soybeans, it delivers a complete protein, containing all essential amino acids, while also offering fiber, iron, magnesium, and B vitamins that support metabolism, brain health, and energy production. Fermentation makes a big difference. It breaks down anti-nutrients like phytic acid, improving the absorption of minerals and making tempeh easier to digest than regular soy. It's also a natural source of prebiotics and isoflavones, which may help balance hormones and reduce inflammation. Tempeh has a firm, hearty texture that holds up in stir-fries, sandwiches, salads, and even on the grill. While cooking does reduce its probiotic content, the metabolic benefits of fermentation remain. It's not for everyone. Some may find the flavor too earthy or have soy allergies, but for those who tolerate it, tempeh earns its A-tier ranking. It's a gut-smart, protein-rich, whole food option that brings both substance and versatility to any plant-forward plate. IDLI and DOSA batter begins as a nutritionally promising base, thanks to natural lactic acid fermentation. This process helps break down phytic acid, a compound that can inhibit mineral absorption and modestly increases bioavailability of B vitamins. Made from a blend of soaked rice and urad dal, the batter is typically fermented over 8 to 12 hours, resulting in a mixture that's gentler on digestion and more metabolically accessible than unfermented rice-based foods. When consumed raw or semi-fermented, such as in fresh, live batter, there may be mild probiotic benefits. However, once cooked, those live cultures do not survive. What remains is a soft, clean-tasting carrier food, low in fiber, modest in protein, and predominantly composed of rapidly digestible carbohydrates, particularly if made from white rice. The final nutritional impact depends heavily on preparation and accompaniments. Sambar and chutneys may enhance its value. Added ghee or oil can shift it toward indulgent. IDLI/DOSA batter lands in the C tier, digestively gentle and culturally meaningful, but limited in lasting nutritional density once heat is applied. Ginger bug soda is the kind of home fermentation that's equal parts fun, fizzy, and functional. Made from just ginger, sugar, and water, it uses wild fermentation to create a probiotic-rich, caffeine-free drink that's light, refreshing, and a great alternative to acidic kombucha or commercial sodas. Loaded with live microbes, it supports gut health and immune balance, while also generating small amounts of B vitamins, like B6 and folate, during the fermentation process. It's naturally low in sodium and fat, and can be second fermented with fruits, herbs, or spices for endless flavor possibilities. But this one's DIY. There's no shortcut to a ginger bug. The benefits depend on how well you feed and care for your starter. Sugar content can vary depending on how long you ferment, and pressure from carbonation builds fast, so safe bottling matters. Ginger bug soda earns its A-tier spot for offering a hands-on, creative way to boost your gut. It's easy, adaptable, and full of life. Fermentation that's good for both your microbiome and your mood. MISO is more than just soup base. It's a deeply rooted, nutrient-dense fermented superfood. Made from soybeans fermented with the koji mold, MISO delivers a complete plant protein, rich in essential amino acids, along with brain-supporting minerals like zinc, folate, and magnesium. If unpasteurized, MISO is also a potent source of probiotics that support gut health, immune function, and digestion. Its intense umami flavor means you only need a small amount to transform broths, sauces, dressings, or marinades, adding savory depth without extra fat or sugar. Of course, it's not without caveats. MISO is high in sodium, and heating it too much can destroy its beneficial microbes. It's also soy-based, so not suitable for everyone. Still, MISO earns its S-tier rank for its functional versatility, cultural legacy, and microbiome-friendly power. Jun tea is often called the champagne of kombucha, and it earns that title with elegance. As a naturally fermented drink made from green tea and raw honey, Jun is light, floral, and gently fizzy, delivering probiotic benefits without the sharp acidity of kombucha. Its fermentation process creates live cultures that support gut balance, while being easier on the stomach, teeth, and taste buds. You still get antioxidants from the green tea and small amounts of B vitamins produced during fermentation. The use of raw honey also makes it appealing for those avoiding cane sugar. Jun is highly customizable too, ideal for second fermenting with herbs, citrus, or berries. Its probiotic diversity is lower than KEFIR or raw kombucha. It still contains caffeine, residual sugars, and trace amounts of alcohol. And nutritionally, it's light, offering minimal fiber, protein, or minerals. Jun tea earns a solid B-tier spot. As a fermented, gut-friendly refresher, it brings balance, beauty, and function. Fermented foods aren't just about bold flavors. They're powerful tools for better health, from digestion to immunity and beyond. But with so many options lining the shelves, how do you know which ones actually deliver? That's why we broke it all down, ranking the best, calling out the overrated, and highlighting what's really worth your time. If this gave you a new favorite or helped you rethink your next grocery run, show your gut some love. Hit that subscribe button and share this with someone who's serious about feeling their best.